So I'm not a big wallet guy. I'd rather use an EDC pouch for my cash and cards, but will a slim, low profile wallet with a bit of a fidget factor convert me? What's going on, everybody? This is Lamar with MF and Research, and today we're looking at the Mech Wallet by Puncube. It's a low profile, sleek wallet with a bit of a fidget factor. So first, before we get into what I think about the wallet, let's talk about the specs and the features to let you know what you'll be getting when you get this guy. Okay, this is an aluminum wallet capable of holding about 6 cards. There's a titanium version if you're into that. The system is inspired by a Fidget, so it does have a bit of a fidget factor in it. It does have built-in RFID blocking. Looking at the dimensions, it's 3.86 by 2.36 by 3.1. It weighs about 2 ounces, and depending on your level of fidget desirability, you can go with the pinball, which is this one right here. There's a slide mechanism that has a detent in the middle, and then there's the magnetic mechanism that's smooth all the way through and you don't have that fidget factor. This one does come with the money clip. I have it included right here. I just started wearing it yesterday, and we'll talk about what I think about that later on. They do have options for add-ons. You can add an air tag if you want. You can make the wallet MagSafe compatible. And if you want to upgrade the cash and card storage capacity, you can do that as well. I did ask about that, and they said they were retooling those options at this time, so keep on the lookout for those. So the styles they have is the Ripple and the Glacier color. They have the Horizon that comes in space, forest, or cloud, and then they have the Wasteland, which I chose, and it comes in Mine, Abyss, or Desert, which is this one. So now let's talk about what life has been like for the few weeks that I've had using this wallet, both with and without the money clip. So I really think this wallet is very slim and very minimal. I really liked using it. It kind of disappeared in the pockets. The money clip, it kind of slides if you don't have enough money inside. And I think I have a little bit of cash on me right now, and I'll show you that right now. Found it. So this is just, I think $10, 2 5s folded up in quarters. And you notice it sits in there, but it's not in there tight. So shaking that, that's what kind of happens. So you got to have more bills in there if you want to use the money clip, I think, comfortably. But it didn't fall out, but it's very loose in there. So keep that in mind. If you don't carry a lot of cash, you might want to look into a different option. Once you get used to it, the one-hand operation is pretty easy. I did enjoy the fidget factor of it. I did enjoy using it. It gets a lot easier and you get more accustomed to it as you use it more. And I will say, if you're having trouble actuating the fidget, which is not that difficult, the holding the money clip does help that a little bit. And so they even give you the instructions on the inside. This is the packaging, by the way. Once you open it up, and it gives you kind of usage guidelines, and it kind of tells you that here is a difficult area to engage the finger gliding. So, and I'll just show you that. And the reason why is because it presses on the cards right there. I mean, it works, but you kind of got to work it up. It's not as simple as from the bottom or the sides or anything like that. One thing I did notice is using this, and when you break it out, that noise did kind of draw a little bit more attention than a normal wallet. So when people saw this, when you're breaking it out to pay something, they would ask a couple questions about what's that and what kind of wallet is that and stuff like that. So I did get questions, and I did get to answer questions about the wallet, and they thought it was pretty cool. One thing to keep in mind is keep your most used card in the back, because every now and then, and more often than not, when you need a particular card, I found that like trying to get this middle card, while you can do it pretty easily, if you're trying to pay for something real quick using it, it takes a little bit of time and a little bit of effort. So not that much, not that big of a deal, but I did notice that. So keep your most used card on the back. It's easy to get in and get right back out. And it was funny that anytime I was in a hurry trying to pay for something, I would almost forget how to actuate the fidget. So that's something that just takes a little practice to get over. And if you can see during the video, I haven't had any trouble actuating it, and it's a little fun. So, sorry if the noise gets a little annoying through the video, but I just want to show you guys using it day to day what it's like to actuate it. So now let's talk about some of the things that I liked about this wallet. So I loved how it looked. The fidget factor is great. I really enjoyed that. I love the sleek, thin profile. I like that the money clip is reusable, and if you don't want to use it, you just do this. So you push it on the side like that, and it comes right off. You just clean that off. And a matter of fact, I'm going to take it off now that we're done with it and just stick it back in here. I put it in here upside down because you just rinse that off, and then you can use it and put it back on here a little bit later if that's what you want to do. Even though I didn't get to use them, I like the modularity and the concept of the add-ons. That'll be something I'll definitely try in the future. Even if I got to pick it up on my own money, the additional cash option is something I'd be interested to get as well. And with the packaging, I do like the attention to detail and the packaging that they give you. I think it's a nice addition as well. So now let's talk about some of the areas where I think this wallet can improve in a future version. So I think for those that have trouble with the actuation, I wonder if it actuated this way instead of this way, it'd be easier for the use. Initially, you get, like I said, you get used to it, but for those that had trouble, I wonder if that's a problem. There's no way for the mechanism to bring the cards back down. You do kind of get some muscle memory to just automatically push them back down when you're done, but it would be nice if when you ratchet it back down, the cards ratchet as well. Would know that take a little bit more engineering, a little more material and stuff like that. So that's something, I guess, of a trade-off, if you will. It is a bit slippery with nothing on the back. So be mindful of what you wear when you slip this in your pocket. Just keep an eye on it. And I wouldn't mind having some other option for cash in here. Like you saw with my cash that I had, it kind of slipped out. So maybe like some option to put a little band on here. And I may see how well a Ranger band or something works on here to throw some cash on here. I don't know how much that'll mess with the Fidget, but that was one of the things I wish it worked on as well, or at least gave you the option, because I felt like you're forced into the money clip. And if you're not into the noise of the Fidget, this may not be for you, but you can go with one of the options if you like the styling and like the design, but you just can't get this layout and this color and not get the Fidget. So that's something to keep in mind if the choices don't work out for you. For some people, 6 cards may not be enough. I actually found it was plenty. I really use only 5 cards, really less than that sometimes, but 6 cards, I had it in there. Sometimes I think I've got 6 cards in there right now. And as you see, it's just fine. That may change if they're all embossed. So in this particular case, this one has a little bit of an embossed number on there. So if you had 3 or 4 of those, you might have a problem. But most of my cards are flat anyway, so it's not really that big of a deal for me. And just the fact that there is a wrong way, and I get it, to actuate the mechanism. You know, that's one of those things, if you just pick it up real quick, you want to be able to actuate it from any direction or some sort of positive action to make sure you know you're actuating it correctly. Like I said, you get used to it, but just something in that initial learning phase to help you make sure you're not just messing it up in the beginning, because you don't want to be doing it like that. And then I mentioned both of those things, and I'll go over them again real quick. Cash can be slippery if you don't have enough cash in there on the money clip, and the trouble getting the other card sometimes may be a little bit tricky. So that is my review of the Mech Wallet by Puncube. I enjoyed using the wallet. The Fidget is a bit of an addicting thing. So let me know if you pick one of these guys up. There's a few videos on the internet. Please take a look at those as well to see what other folks are saying about this guy. Let me know what you think if you have one. Let me know what you think if you decide to pick one up. As always, take care of yourselves, take care of each other. There's going to be videos of other content on the screen. I'm Lamar with MF and Research, and I'm out.